America's meat. Cut America's cut. America's cut. America's meat. Cut America's meat.
Hey, welcome everybody. It's Matt Connarton Unleashed on this Friday afternoon. We are live from the studios of WMNH 95.3 FM in glorious downtown Manchester, New Hampshire. Also on Comcast 97 if you're in Manchester, streaming at WMNHradio.org and on the Matt Connarton Unleashed Facebook page. And, of course, you can go to mattconnerton.com for all your live streaming options and social media links and contact info and phone numbers, et cetera, et cetera. And hello to our friends at Raw Talk Online. It is Friday, April 30th, 2021. And I'm not alone. Kyle Heavey joins us at the news desk.
I feel like I need a intro music right there, like at the news desk over here. Anyway, yes. Hi, Matt. Happy Friday.
Oh, that gives, you know what? I should have done that, actually.
Yeah, that's why I was just like, a cold opening to
maybe
me
some,
being there.
Yeah.
You're finding something. I will just go with it.
Yeah.
But, happy day, man. It's good to be back. It's been a full week since trying to cover for Rob Azevedo, who's back this week for Granite State of Mind. And it's always great to be on the show here.
Yes. Well, thank you. Maybe you have some breaking news.
Now I really wish I did.
Yeah, there you go.
Boy, this goes for a while, huh?
Yeah.
I was expecting this to be okay, so, all state employees of the state of New Hampshire have to go back to work by May 10th with masks being optional. So that's my breaking news that I have for you, but that came out yesterday, so I'm sure you already knew about that. But that's the new thing from the New Hampshire's own governor, Chris Sununu.
Now, we could make that breaking news music your official music for when you appear on this program, kind of like Jenny has that song, Jenny by the Studio Killers. Or what about the Mike Pence Cut America's Meat remix? I mean, maybe this would work.
America's meat. Cut America's cut.
I did have pastrami for lunch.
America's cut America's meat. Cut America's meat.
You like that?
America's meat. Cut America's cut. America's cut. America's meat. Cut America's meat. Cut America's meat. Cut America's cut. America's cut. America's meat.
What do you think
I wasn't
of that?
expecting that bass drop, though. That was huge.
Yeah, that's well, now that Mike Pence
that got me in the mood for America's meat.
Right, yes. Well, here's the thing. So now that Mike Pence's political career is over, because he didn't, on the day of certifying the election in Congress, he failed to magically overturn the election and give it to the Messiah, Donald Trump, of course. Now he's getting into the he's getting into the music. So, and I think that track is dope. I think the young people say that now.
Dope's been around for some time,
Right.
There was a band in the early 2000s called Dope, if you remember correctly.
I do remember. I saw them.
They actually did a cover of "F the Police."
Oh wow! I've not heard that. Wow.
Yeah, they actually opened for one of my first concerts, Stained and POD together.
Oh, okay.
At the Worcester Palladium.
Ah, yes. I saw them open for Alice Cooper once, which was kind of an interesting pairing. But yes. Well, Republicans did recently claim, although Fox News ended up issuing a retraction, they were claiming that President Joe Biden had decided, he was going to outlaw hamburgers or something. So,
there's a chicken wing shortage right now, if you didn't hear about that.
I didn't hear about that. I don't eat chicken wings. I don't like to eat meat off of a bone. I find it repulsive. But I do enjoy a good burger. And, I was alarmed myself, quite frankly. But it turns out it's all not true. They just made it up. But Mike Pence, in that speech during the campaign, he foretold the coming lies of the Republicans and warned that he was not going to that he and President Trump were not going to let Joe Biden and Kamala Harris cut America's meat. That's how he said it, if you listen carefully. Cut America's meat, because he wants to,
He said it with vigor.
He did say it with vigor. He wanted to make sure that we understood that America's meat is safe from Joe Biden and and Kamala Harris and presumably Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer and any number of these folks. So there shall be no meat cutting. A big relief to me.
Big relief.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But it is April 30th, 2021 here. You can give us a call at 603-250-6007, 603-250-6007. Excuse me. You can also text us at 617-917-4476. Tweet me at Matt Connarton or send an email to matt@mattconnerton.com. And, of course, you can interact and opine in the Facebook live chat. But the best thing to do so that we can hear and enjoy your dulcet tones is to give us a call at 603-250-6007. And how did it go last week? Guest hosting Granite State of Mind for the great Rob Azevedo.
I couldn't keep the voice going for the whole entire time.
Right.
I realized it was a little too much for raspiness.
Well,
and
it would have hurt your throat.
It got to a point where I was like, nope, I can't do this. So
yes.
I had a great time. Steven Shagnon from Mallory Wise, they're up in the Concord area, was nice enough to perform 3 songs. And I also had a pop punk band from the Garden State of New Jersey calling in or Skyping in called Northvale that were wonderful. And Matt Blanchette's new song was released last Friday as well, so it was a great show, and Rob appreciated. He was very pleased with the results of guest hosting for his show. So that's right there. As long as I get a 2 thumbs up, then I'm happy with that.
So is that going to be kind of because there are occasions now and then when Rob can't be here. So are you going to be like his sort of a permanent guest host for, if there's a Friday that he can't make it, you'll be filling in for him?
I mean, we're kind of a small little fraternity here at WMNH where not everyone knows how to work the boards. So if he asked me and I don't have anything going on, I mean, tonight, for example, I have a 7:00 baseball game I got to cover, so it would have been a little tough on.
Oh, so you wouldn't have even been able to do it this week,
I would have been very difficult to I would have had to play like a 2-step from Dave Matthews, a 20-minute long song to end it.
Oh yeah, that's true.
To do something to get out of here and get over to Gill Stadium in time. But
right,
if I can do it and he would like that, because I had at least 7 different people that weren't able to make it on short notice that were definitely interested in being guests. But Rob says that he's got everything set up all the way until July. So
okay,
we're glad to see him back here for Granite State of Mind right after your show here today.
Yes, Granite State of Mind coming up at 6 p.m. And then at 7:30 p.m. tonight, I will be back with Paulie C for Retro Spectrum Radio. Paulie C and me and the lovely Dan Randlett, who sits over there on the couch. And so we look forward to that tonight at 7:30. And speaking of programming notes, by the way, I heard from Easy G earlier. Now, Easy G will not apparently be able to do his entertainment report next week. However, if you're willing to be patient, the following week on the 13th, Easy G will be joining us live here in the studio during this program to do his entertainment report. He'll actually be in studio with us, and that will be happening because as of May 10th, we will be 2 weeks after my second shot of Pfizer. So, as listeners are aware, here on the program, I decided back in the fall as we were going into the winter surge to really kind of tighten our bubble here. So we decided to make it kind of, just within the household and within the station. So within the household, meaning just Jenny and I, and then Christian Lacoste, because he lives with us now too. And within the station, meaning if one of the other hosts here at WMNH wanted to come in, that was fine. So, hence Kyle Heavey being here, for example, host of Off the Mark Sports. We should
That's
give
correct.
Your
Sunday
show
mornings
a plug.
from 10 to noon and replays on Wednesdays from 6 to 8, and
yes,
also as well as all the other shows on WMNH on Podbean.
Yes, indeed. But so as of Monday the 10th, I'll be having. I think Texas Mike might even be coming in that day.
Yeah, I just I'm messaging him right now. I'm a little upset with him actually. I asked him to do a baseball game the other day. He already knew about it a week in advance, and he's canceling on me to do Rob's show tonight. So Texas Mike is joining the list of Easy G here.
Oh no!
Don't poke the bear. It's gonna attack. And so Texas Mike, good luck, man.
We're going to have to bring back the S list.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Wow. So now you're upset with Texas Mike.
If you say yes to someone and then you cancel for something better, that's pretty darn rude.
Uh-huh.
Do you agree with that, Matt, or no?
That is rude. Now I have a question, though, and this is very important. Who are you more upset with, Texas Mike or Easy G? Because, of course, this Easy G has entered yet another new scandal. I'm calling it Kyle Gate.
I sleep well at night. I wake up every day putting on a new pair of pants and a new way to enjoy life. And so I can be upset with Mike for a couple hours, but tomorrow morning I'm going to have to get up and start a whole new day and, a whole new chance to enjoy 24 hours of the day.
What? Well, that's a very positive attitude. Personally, I like to hold grudges.
Well,
No, I don't. I'm not particularly big on holding grudges. So I commend you, sir. But let me ask the question this way. Who were you more upset with in the moment, Easy G or Texas Mike?
Even.
About even. Now, some listeners yesterday were asking, so if you don't mind, some listeners were asking not everyone knows what Kyle Gate is all about.
Oh.
So I was going to...
See, I didn't know because Peter had the sound, and I know if you had the ability to pull up that sound as well from the...
Well, so funny thing, I learned about this completely by accident. I didn't know about it until I just happened to notice on the desktop one day. I saw the file name, and I was like, what's this? And I listened to it. And here, let's we'll listen to it again.
We're going to take this call. I'm thinking it's Easy G because I was able to fix the phone line. So, good morning. Welcome to Off the Mark Sports.
Hey, it's easy. The phones are working. Yay.
Yeah, it's the show on Friday night, remain nameless, clogged the phone lines and never put it back on. So, yes, it was off, but we got it cleared up. And
all right.
Thank you for letting us know that it was not working properly.
Oh, there you go. Hey, I got a quick question for you, Kyle. I know a couple weeks ago you posted on my Facebook Messenger that you were going to give me a donation for the relay.
Yeah,
and I know you. Reminder that I haven't got it yet, please.
Oh, you're going to call the show about that instead of talking to me through that? I'm hanging up on you, Easy G. I don't need that type of atmosphere here. If you're going to ask for my donation, ask for it in. You don't need to call my radio show. Talk sports. This is what this Off the Mark Sports Show is about, not about accepting donations. Your birthday is coming up. I was trying to surprise you. So now I can rethink my donation thing because that was pretty rude of you, Easy G, on this Sunday morning. So thank you very much for calling in and listening to the show. That was just not called for at all, and a little upset about that right now. So either way, it is a beautiful Sunday morning. A little slight showers, 55 degrees. On this April 25th day. Back to the Bruins, Cam, because, I'm over that.
Wow. So that's what happened.
So you could hear the tension in my voice where I couldn't even explain, I used atmosphere instead of the energy. Like, there was a lot of things that
I was surprised by your word choice.
I definitely was like, I don't even know what to say right now. I can't believe you would call into someone's sports radio show or, whatever type of show you're calling into and plead for a donation instead of talking. And I was going to say, I'll talk to me in person, but I realize I don't get to talk to him in person.
Right.
It's not like he's here every day like, you and I are.
Right,
so.
Right. Well, now, I would ask you, but I'm not going to, for a specific reason. I was going to ask you what your current feelings and status are regarding EZG, but I think we want to save that for next week for a different program because there will be a resolution to this coming, but it's going to happen on another day on another show, if I'm not mistaken.
I hope he has a great birthday tomorrow.
Well, that's very nice of you. That's very diplomatic. Oh, well, then perhaps that's a thaw in the ice. But we'll have to wait until next week to see. Yes. But
I know he's apologized 4 different times now, but it's still in my hands to decide, what's the next step? Are you going to learn from this lesson? Because this is 2 different shows where he's done something bad and gotten egg on his face. When are you going to learn?
Only 2? Only 2 shows?
Well, I just know that Peter had, that whole ticket gate.
Oh, yes.
Incident.
There was Ticket Gate, Taco Gate,
the Taco Gate. I forgot about that.
Oh, Taco Gate might be the worst scandal of all. I mean, that went on for a long time. The entire city was engulfed in scandal and in sour cream during Taco Gate.
I miss Taco Tour. I really hope that they can figure something out.
Maybe sometime you can be a judge, and then Easy G can try to sabotage it for you.
Oh,
and then he'd have something all new to apologize for.
What type of egg is it that's on his face, though? Scrambled? Over east? I mean, it makes sense to be over easy.
It would make sense for it to be over easy, but no, I imagine him just sticking his face right in an omelet. Just sticking his whole face right in there and just saying, I got some egg on my face. But tomorrow is Easy G's birthday, and so happy birthday in advance, Easy G. And, he did get us, he got Jenny and I a wonderful unbirthday bag of stuff. It had cupcakes from Queen City Cupcake and some other things. There was a magazine of sin that I gave to Christian Lacoste to enjoy, the magazine of sin. There were some magazines in it with women who were...
I feel like his voice is deeper since he got those magazines, too. So,
well, maybe.
Whether that's a sign of... I know he might be listening, so I'll keep it PG-13 here. But
yes.
I just seem like he's been in a much happier mood since he got these wonderful magazines.
Yes, and I'm sure his prostate is healthy. But have I ever told the story of how Kyle? You're Kyle.
I am. Yes.
Of how Christian came to live with us.
Bro, no.
No,
what?
Well, so as you probably are aware, I don't have any children of my own. And Jenny and I were talking about it one day, and I said, I think I have a regret about that I never had children. So we were talking about the possibility of adopting. So we went to the Home for Wayward Boys, and just to look around and see what was available. And the person who runs the place says, "Well, I've got one over here. He's already fully grown, but he's also trained." And it was Christian. And I said, well, you know what? Let's take that one because we already know his name. So we won't have to spend, that awkwardness of trying to learn his name. So we took him home with us.
So it was the puppy that just needed a place.
Yeah. And he seemed excited to see us because he knew us. And it was like, all right, we'll take this one. So, yeah. So,
yeah. And I mean, besides the Hot Pockets and the Pop-Tarts and stuff like that, has he been able to take care of things pretty well around the household, or is there something down the line that's going to cause some tension?
Well, Jenny did get him to clean his room, so that's what more can you ask for, really? What
about the laundry? Do you guys have washer dryer? Or does he have to go somewhere? Okay.
No, well, we have a washer and dryer, so yes.
I know he's got a lot of T-Mobile polos, I'm guessing, that he has to wear.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. No, so far, so good, Boy, and he sure appreciated those magazines, as evidenced in that picture that I shared on the Facebook. So
I don't even think you guys are posing. I think that was legit. Like at the moment, like, yep, this is how it is in the household tonight. Happiness and shock of what Christian was seeing.
That was a candid moment. Yes, absolutely. Well, I should mention before we go much further that in fact, Texas Mike in the chat room I think mentioned he right now is at the Hop Knot. Enjoying some delicious food and beverage, I presume. The Hop Knot in the Brady Sullivan at 1000 Elm Street, right across the street. They have delicious gourmet pretzels. They have craft beer. They have wine. Friday nights they have live music. If you want to check out some live music over there,
Yahtzee
and
love
Yahtzee.
Some live music.
They have the Yahtzee, yes.
They have Yahtzee too.
Ooh, yeah, Yahtzee. We have a call. Hi, welcome to Matt Connarton Unleashed. Who's this?
Hi, Matt. Hi, Kyle. This is Ron. How you doing, guys?
Good, Ron. How are you?
Good. Not bad. Hey,
happy Friday.
Listening to the show and catching up on all this and that. and I heard you saying the magazine finally found a home.
Yes.
I guess my next question is, does Christian put up a little tag on his door that says "Do not disturb"?
Yeah, do you have like the elastic bands on the doors so that don't disturb, or did he steal one from a hotel? I mean, that's a good question.
Well,
Ron.
that is a great question. And to be honest, in our household, if a door is closed, we just assume that's a no-go zone.
Okay.
We're not big on going and knocking on someone's door if it's closed or whatever. If the door is open, that's one thing. If the door is closed, we just assume that, everyone respects each other's privacy.
That's cool.
Yep.
All righty. Just wanted to say hi, and I had to throw that 2 cents in.
All right, Ron. Thank you so much for the call.
Bye-bye.
All right. Take care. Bye-bye. That's right. Those magazines, I think they did come from Ron originally.
Oh,
Yes,
see,
yes.
I was not aware of this.
Yes,
I just thought that they were just a Peter White special that he had in the attic or something like that. I was not aware of anything about where they came from.
Well, I think they were intended for EZG, and
Yes.
and he didn't want them. So,
Too bad.
I know
Too bad.
he's
But
missing
hey,
out.
Someone's gift got to go to a good home.
Maybe when Kristen is done with them, he can give them to EZG. Maybe Eric will want them then. Maybe for his birthday.
That's how he will.
Eric's birthday is tomorrow. Maybe he'll be getting some magazines. Who knows?
Now you got my brain working.
We'll say hello to everybody in the Facebook live chat. Mike Pelopita joins us in there. Mike, of course, from Queen City Cabinetry, another one of our wonderful
Beautiful shop,
sponsors
too.
here.
I stopped in there one day to say hi to him. Beautiful place right there, down there in the Sunbeam Mall. And definitely, if you're in there, even just stepping in, I was looking around. I was like, wow, this is I'm not in any shape or form to get a new kitchen or cabinetry right now.
You could bring your kitchen to life.
I definitely could, but that's up to my landlords to make that decision. So
yeah.
But I know who I'm going to if they decide that they want to do some renovations to my apartment.
There you go. Very good. Yes, Mike, and of course, Queen City Cabinetry, a big supporter of all the shows and the station. I see Brian Mackey all the way from Idaho in the chat room. Brian, of course, host of the No More Excuses podcast. If you're watching online, you can see I've got my No More Excuses hat. Texas Mike is in the chat room. I think I mentioned that. Rocky Huber, also in the chat room, says, hey, everybody. Texas Mike, I think rubbing a little salt in the wound, says, I'll be appearing on Rob Azevedo's show at 6 p.m. Yep. Oh, I'll get to see them
crashing.
You'll get to see them. Will you be jealous? Will it be watching Texas Mike come in to sit in on Rob's show? Will that kind of be like watching your girlfriend hanging out with the other team at the football game? You know what I mean?
I just might have to pull a Guns N' Roses Metallica show up in Montreal and just end the show early after getting burnt like this.
Wow, yes. I remember when Guns N' Roses would do that. Axl would throw a tantrum.
Yeah, I might just pull an Axl tonight.
Wow.
I don't have a kilt or anything like that, but now I don't know. We'll see. It's only 4:30. We got plenty of time for the burning to simmer some more into my chest.
That's right. Yes. Wow. Oh boy. I'll tell you, by the way, my favorite clip of Guns N' Roses ending the show early because of one of Axl's tantrums. I don't know if you've ever seen this. Maybe this was in Montreal. As he was leaving the stage, he said into the microphone, "Don't kill yourselves."
Oh, and I didn't see this.
Yeah, it's on the YouTube, which I think actually was nice. I mean, kind of inconsiderate to end the show early, but as George Carlin used to say, some people need practical advice. So for him to implore the audience not to commit suicide, I thought that was helpful, at least,
I read the Slash biography. If you have a chance, read that, because that was very informative of the upbringing Slash had, and how the band was created and formed, and his side of things. And it just seemed like it was that was an absolute disaster of a band, but yet it was still riveting to
Yes.
I mean, I was young and I was just like, what the? And then to have I don't know if it's been broken yet, but they had the one of the most expensive music videos of all time, and it wasn't even that good of a song. Like "Don't You Cry."
Oh,
when they rented a aircraft carrier so Axl could jump off of it.
Yeah, they spent a lot of money. Yeah.
And Shannon Hoon from Blind Melon was in it as well. See, I'm a plethora of information.
That is "Don't You Cry." Is it "Don't You Cry" or just "Don't Cry"? He says "Don't You Cry," but in the lyrics, but I think it's actually just called "Don't Cry." But yes, I know exactly I remember that video vividly, and I remember I deeply disliked it.
Yes.
And I remember thinking I want just more Appetite for Destruction type stuff. And I think a lot of fans felt that way. But yes, a very expensive video.
I still appreciate "You Could Be Mine." That was such a great song for Terminator 2. And
I guess.
I mean, that was a huge movie. It was the biggest movie of that year. So, and that song really helped it out too.
Yeah. This is all right.
Arnold in his prime.
This is all right. Great movie.
Yeah.
Texas Mike says he just saw Easy G. Oh, wow. All right.
Yeah, I might have to abort exit stage left if they're both in the area. It's like I feel like this is a beehive.
Yeah, no kidding, huh?
Yeah, this is special.
Yeah. Wow.
Happy Friday to the life that I lead.
Yes. Yeah, Texas Mike said he was on the other side of the street, but we did wave. And Rocky said something about, did he just, he says, wow, I bet you said hi to him, unlike me, who he just looked at. Because Rocky, I guess Easy G at one point just looked at Rocky and didn't respond to him when Rocky said hello. But he has a history of doing that. He did that once to Peter White. That's kind of a legendary story from a few years ago.
Oh, this is before my time, so I'm not aware of this.
Yeah. I guess Peter saw Easy G in public, and Eric just ignored him. So ever since then, we call that being Easy G'd. If someone, in fact, I should submit that to Urban Dictionary.
It's you might be onto something right there.
Yes.
Could become a big hit up here in the Manchester area, and then who knows? It could spread like COVID and go across the world.
Well, I don't want it to spread like COVID.
Well, hopefully
goodness.
not as disastrous. But.
Right. Rocky says the real question today is he going to donate to Easy's relay fund?
It's not his birthday.
That's true. His birthday is tomorrow. Yes. Brian Mackey says I think Mike Pence should grow his hair out. Perhaps. And John Midas Manning, DJ Midas, part of the WMNH family. He's in the Facebook live chat. Midas, of course, host of Late Night Delight, which you can hear every Saturday night from 12 midnight to 4 a.m. with a replay on Sunday night. Miriam Banish also joins us. She says, good afternoon. I am fully vaccinated. Congratulations, Miriam.
Yeah.
What's your vaccination status? I forget. I know I asked you recently, but
completely done on Tuesday.
Oh, that's right. So you were the day after me.
The campus of Southern New Hampshire University.
Yes.
And I want to thank the National Guardsmen and all the volunteers there that were doing a great job. Unlike you, had no effects, which was kind of scary in some ways because I felt like I was prepared for chills or a fever or anything else. Instead, I was like, okay, all right. The only thing that really I could tell that something was up was if you try to like lean into a door to open it with that arm, it was like, okay, there's still a little bit of pain there from that, shot spot. But overall, I mean, I ran a 38-minute 5-mile race, or not even race, run last night. So
obviously I saw that.
Either it's helped me to run faster, or I don't know, just kind of go with the flow and still wear those masks, and hopefully everyone else will be good since New Hampshire's on a great rate of getting all fixed up.
Yes, absolutely. Oh, Texas Mike corrected me. It was him who ignored Rocky, not Easy G. I guess I'm just so Texas Mike actually Easy G'd Rocky Huber. I guess I had it mixed up in my head. I assumed it was Easy G because he's known for that.
Well, I mean,
he's a big star.
Being the local lovable celebrity, Michael Martineau is. I guess he has the right to decide who who he says hello and goodbye to.
Yep.
And cancels on people when a couple hours before a show, so he can sit here and listen to music with Rob. It's all good.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
it's all good. Of
Yeah,
course,
when you tell someone a week before you're good to go, and then all of a sudden 3 hours before the game you decide I can't do it. It's all good.
Yeah, it's all good.
Yeah,
it's all good.
At least it wasn't 2 hours, right? It could have been worse.
Could have been worse.
I now have time to find a replacement for the rest of the season.
Well, that's a big relief that you.
Yeah, if it was 2 hours, I wouldn't have had to find a replacement for the rest of the season. But now I feel like I have it down.
Yes.
Enjoy that pretzel, Mike.
Oh, what a big relief that must be. Yes.
Life just got better.
Yeah. Oh, good.
Life just got better.
Should we consider this a scandal, and should we name it, or is that just for Easy G?
Nope. Maybe I should become a teacher, because you got to teach people the rights and wrongs and morals. Morals is a huge thing, apparently, that a lot of the people need to realize.
Right. These kids today, they don't have the morals.
I'm only a boy.
That's right. Stephen Light joins us in the chat room. DJ Steve from the old Happy Wheels, and he sometimes joins us on Friday nights for Retro Spectrum Radio when our friend Dan Randlett can't make it. Always nice to see DJ Steve. Eric Street is a top fan. Eric says, I heard in Off the Mark Sports about the Bedford mascot voting. I think I voted Falcons, but I'm glad it's not Falcons. I don't know anything about this.
Well, when the high school was built, they decided on what they should get for a mascot, and the winning bid was a bulldog.
Okay.
And a lot of people actually are still wishing that it was something else. But even Sunapee, for example, they're the Lakers, and their mascot is Zeus the Goose. Not really that daunting of a mascot up in Sunapee. So you kind of I guess there was just a lot of different things between Falcons, Bulldogs, and I forget what my co-host Cam had picked on. But yeah, it was kind of interesting to hear about I'm a Spartan. You're what, Crimson Tide?
Yes, Concord High School, Crimson Tide. Yes.
And then obviously we got the Blue Knights and the Little Green. I'm not really sure what a Little Green is. I mean, Big Green is Dartmouth, and I know that's where the first principal or headmaster of Central was from Dartmouth, so I think he just trying to make that the Little Green. But still, what's a Big Green? What's a Little Green?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know much about sports. I don't know about these greens.
I mean, golf greens.
No.
I don't know. I'm gonna look this up.
Look
this up while I'm at it right now, so I can figure out what a big green or a little green is.
Yes. Let's see. Miriam says, "Wow, that is unusual for Texas Mike. Is that unusual for him to cancel on you like that?"
I'm just looking at Big Green right now, guys.
Yeah.
That's all I'm trying.
Right. Yes. Let's see. Texas Mike says, "I apologize, Kyle."
Okay. Enjoy your show, Rob. Or with Rob.
Kim Martin joins us in the Facebook live chat. Hello, Kim. Tom Blanchard says, I think this is referring to Easy G. The yoke is on him. Get it? The yoke? The egg on the yoke.
I like
this. Yes. Wayne Noel, who is a top fan all the way from Michigan, joins us. Christian Lacoste also in the Facebook live chat. Hello, Christian.
The official mascot of Dartmouth is Keggy the Keg. I've never heard of Keggy the Keg, but this is I'm now going down a rabbit hole of information that I was not aware of.
So they allow. Wait a minute, though.
Exactly.
So doesn't that just encourage? It sounds like that's something that encourages drinking on campus.
That's my thought too. That's
Keggy
why I'm
the Keg?
Keggy the Keg,
and the school approved that. That's bizarre to me. I mean, whatever, but I'm not bothered by it. I'm just kind of surprised.
Their unofficial nickname used to be the Indians, but obviously that was
that's a problem.
That's a problem. So they switched it out. And
By the way, Miriam in the chat, for those of you watching online or on Comcast 97, she says, "I like the hate has no home here" sign behind Kyle. So you can see that on the floor.
Totally makes sense. Thank you, Abigail.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, that was Miriam.
Oh, sorry, Miriam.
Yes. Yes.
Sorry, I'm still thinking about kegs.
Yeah.
I'm just so confused right now.
Miriam also says, I was pretty sick the day after the second shot, but felt great 48 hours later. Oh, yeah. I got very tired after both shots. But
and that's why I came down yesterday to just be like, okay, how were you after so many hours? Because I knew that on Monday's show, you hit a wall and you were fighting it pretty good to keep the show going.
Yeah.
And you great job on that, by the way.
Oh,
but,
thank you.
I just, knowing I was getting the shot Tuesday and then Wednesday came and I'm like, I woke up and I was like, I kind of wanted a day off from work, but I feel great right now.
Yeah.
So I still came to work and still was able to do the baseball game that day. And that's why last night I just felt like, okay, I don't know. I just kind of got bored. It was a really rainy night. There was nothing really going on, and see how far I could run without feeling exhausted. And it's put me in a good mood all day today. So
that's good. That's good. Texas Mike said, did I read this already? He says, Rob allows me to come on when I please. I'm sorry, Kyle.
Well, hey, I'm glad you're pleased.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Glad you're pleased.
Scott Robinson joins us in the chat room. Scott says, Matt, what do you think of the Patriots' first round pick? Oh, that might be, he may have mistyped that. That's more of a question for Kyle. I am not a sports connoisseur. I don't even know what is the Patriots. That's like a football team or something?
An American football team from the playing in Foxborough, Massachusetts, that was came into the league in 1960. They are a 6-time Super Bowl champion, which means they beat the other 31 other teams in the league to win a big trophy that is similar size to this lava lamp that you see over here. And every Super Bowl is played in the first Sunday of February every year, where it's the biggest rated show on television.
The trophy is really the size of that lava lamp?
A little bit bigger than that.
Well,
yeah.
I would hope it'd be bigger. I was going to say that really.
The Stanley Cup is the biggest trophy, really, and that is in the National Hockey League, better known as the NHL, where the Boston Bruins play.
Now, is that named for Paul Stanley of Kiss?
As much as he would like to have that moniker, because Kiss needs more money, it seems like these days, it is not.
Oh, okay. What do you mean Kiss needs more money, it seems, these days? What do you mean by that?
I know that they moniker everything that they touch, so that's why.
They are the most heavily merchandised band in history.
Now you see what I was getting at.
Yes.
I know enough facts to be able to have a conversation about Kiss or Guns N' Roses.
Oh, I don't think you answered Scott's question, though.
I'm pleased with it. I was actually shocked that the quarterback, Mac Jones, his actually real name is Michael McGonnell, but they go by Mac. And there's enough Michael Jones out there in the world. So Mac Jones is the first round draft pick for the New England Patriots, and it's the first quarterback, which is the player that touches the ball most for the football team, that the Patriots have drafted in 28 years. So it's kind of a big deal that we Patriots really got lucky with that player guy named Tom Brady that you might have heard of.
I've heard of him.
Yes.
Yes. I understand he's an older gentleman, but still highly successful at his craft.
I got that. I like that a lot. And yes, I don't know if he goes to Florida to get massages as well or not, but
Oh my.
But yes, the only small issues I see with this new guy for the Patriots is he is born and raised in the South. So he has not had to deal with playing in the cold weather. So that could be interesting to see how he does in November, December, where the Patriots have really been dominant throughout the years.
Yes.
To see if he can really enjoy the cold weather and snow that we are known to have around this time in this region come November, December. And into January if we get a playoffs. Obviously, Patriots were really bad last year. Did not make the playoffs. So
I think people who enjoy, even people who are used to it in this part of the country, I think people who actually enjoy cold weather and snow are mentally ill.
Yeah, I mean, I like gin and tonics too. So yeah, there's a lot of things that make me look like awkward person. So I grew up with snowboarding and skiing. I had to do a lot of shoveling as a kid. So
but you enjoy the cold and the snow? You enjoy it?
will take the negative 20 degree wind chills over the 98 degree hot, hazy, humid. I'm sitting there on my couch, not moving yet. I'm sweating and I just feel disgusting. I don't know. I can layer up. I can fight the madness. I can go still do things. Summertime, I do enjoy daylight longer. But I don't like just sweating profusely.
See, I'm the opposite. I actually like the heat. Don't get me wrong. A dry heat's always better. I don't like the humidity, but I like the heat. Like when it's 90 degrees out, I'm actually pretty happy about it. I'm strange.
If it's not, because we get through those days of like waiting for a cold front to come through where it's just unbearable. And, you just, even walking from your car in the garage here to the studio doors, you're just like, oh my God, I'm sweating already. I don't need that.
Yeah.
I'll put a winter hat on. I'll put a big puffy jacket on and fight the conditions. And I'm not going to be sweaty when I get in here.
See, that's my problem. I don't like wearing a big bulky coat. It actually bothers me. Or having too many layers on at once. It actually bothers me. I feel like physically constrained somehow. Plus, there's a weird thing with me. I'm actually less bothered by the cold than I used to be, which from what I understand is the opposite of how it's supposed to work. As you get older, you're supposed to be more bothered by it. It actually bothers me less. Maybe I'm just becoming a crusty old man and I'm just like, I don't care about that. It could be 40 below zero and wouldn't bother me. I don't know. But I don't enjoy it, but I'm less bothered by it than I used to be.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it's strange. I don't know how to explain it.
Have you lived in New Hampshire for most of your life?
But I still prefer the heat. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, I don't know. Although the winters here have gotten easier. I mean, the winters here are definitely easier than when I was a kid.
Agreed.
Yeah.
I definitely, the last 2 years, we really haven't had any big February, March snowstorms.
No.
And last year I got lucky because my landlords went on vacation. They live above me. And they went to Panama for 2 weeks, so I was in charge of all the shoveling, everything. And we only got one storm with a half-inch of snow.
Yeah.
But, of course, I was hoping it would melt, and it didn't. So by the time they got back, they're like, we gave you one job, and you didn't do it? Love you guys. Don't worry. They still treat me well because I kept everything. I kept the house in one piece.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. That's good.
And their plants are watered. So, kept those babies alive.
Christian Lacoste claims that the LA Chargers are going to the Super Bowl.
Well, it's easy to be confident with the team that you root for. Every team is 0-0 right now, so every team has an equal chance to going to the Super Bowl. So, we'll come back to this in December when he's finally 21 and is able to enjoy the life. Because right now he's just an innocent little wee boy. Looking at his adult magazines. Matt's got something going on here.
Well, I have
some text, huh?
What? Wait, is this? That's from my dad, but it looks like it's actually.
What's up, Dad?
Why does it say the 28th?
Whoa.
Wait a minute.
Wow.
Oh no! Here we go.
I was gonna say a delayed text from Wednesday. Maybe he had homing pigeons?
I don't know if this is for the show or not. Maybe not.
I might avoid, you don't want anyone calling up and asking for donations.
Because he says in it, hi, Matt and Jenny.
Oh.
I think he thinks you're Jenny.
Oh, well,
I know you are on the show, but I wanted to leave just a succinct message. I don't think this. I'm not. I don't.
I would avoid. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know though, because just glancing through it has.
So it was sent Wednesday, but you just received it.
No.
Oh, okay.
I was looking at the wrong one. Oh, I think it's a joke.
Your dad a jokester? Is that where you get some of your humor from?
Yeah, and I think
because I definitely got some of my humor from my dad. My mom hates it because she has to deal with now two, men in her life that pull pranks on her. Which Mother's Day, ladies and gentlemen, is next Sunday, so be prepared that you might have to get a gift or something on the 9th of May. So try to give everyone some warning, some time to figure out what they want to get them. Flowers are always a good choice. So cauliflowers? Is that the one?
Oh, is
on
it
South Elm?
Shallowflowers?
Yeah, Shallowflowers. I don't know how to say it. They're great women over there. I used to serve them when I was a server at a restaurant, and they became great friends for a little bit until I left the restaurant industry and only go there to visit every now and then. Got to buy flowers.
I think someone messaged my dad, one of these women on Facebook who are, they're scantily clad.
Was a Christian. Do we have a...
I hope not. Jenny is in the chat room. She says, shalom, peeps. I'm not sure if I read that already or not. Sometimes on my browser, the Facebook comments show up out of order.
Oh, yes. It's so strange to see that.
Isn't
We're
it?
like, that was from a half hour ago when I was talking about that. And now I'm finally... This is not in order at all. So
it's almost like, I don't know if you notice this. It's like they'll be in order. They'll seem to be in order until a certain point, and then all of a sudden it's like they start showing up rearranged, like randomly. It's very strange. Facebook is strange, but what do you want for free, right?
exactly.
Yes.
As Zuckerberg just becomes more of a billionaire than he already is.
Yes. But it sounds like someone named Rose Kennedy is trying to contact my father through Facebook, and a very attractive lady.
Like
Rose Kennedy. That's why I think it's a joke.
Yeah, that's why I was like, if you can get into the compound down in Hyannisport, then go ahead. I would highly recommend if she's got any relation to the Kennedy estates, because what came to mind, I think Jacqueline Onassis Kennedy, her middle name was Rose, so that's why I was like, but she passed away in like 2001 or something like that. So one of the in my regards, one of the most attractive first ladies there have ever been.
Who?
John F. Kennedy's wife,
Jackie.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Can you say that anymore? Can you say that in 2021? Can you say that about somebody that they're attractive?
I'm trying to get through life without. I'm just,
How do you know what the rules are from one day to the next?
Can you say a first lady's attractive?
I don't
Interesting
know.
thought.
I don't know. Can you?
Anyone on the Facebook Live, feel free to chime in on this.
I mean, there is a particular first lady you can actually find, a former first lady, of course, you can actually find nude photos of online. So I don't know. It's a whole new world. It's hard to navigate through it.
It's not Nancy Reagan, is it? That'd be awkward.
No.
Okay, that's what I was just checking.
Although I'll tell you what, when I was a kid, when I was,
she was a big against music scene back in the 80s. So.
Well, look, when I was a young boy and I used to see those Just Say No ads, I'll tell you,
You listened.
I was having some thoughts.
The drug, what was it? The fight on the drug wars, or whatever it was.
The war on drugs.
The war on drugs
still rages on today. Yes,
but they were fighting hard in the 80s. Where'd that get them?
Mm-hmm. Dan Levasseur says Facebook is not free. We are the product. That's a good observation.
Dang.
Miriam says
that hurts.
Facebook has this weird algorithm that pushes popular comments to the top or something. There used to be a way to choose them to be in order, but I can't anymore. Well, you can choose, if you go back to the video, like say, for example, and I'll do this occasionally, like say a fight breaks out in the Facebook live chat. I'll go back afterward and look at the comments, and I can choose either show me newest first or most relevant first or whatever. So I can choose the order I see them in when I go back later, and I assume other people can too. But in real time, when the show is live, it's like, I'll be seeing them in order, and then at a certain point, all of a sudden, I'm seeing older comments pop up again like they're new, and it's just very, very bizarre. Our friend Tom Blanchard also joins us in the Facebook live chat. Hello, Tom.
Happy Friday, Tom.
Yes. Let's see. Well, we should, we're already approaching the top of the hour, so let's take a break. And then when we come back, maybe we'll do some of this. Kyle, you had expressed before the show an interest in some of this fact-checking. Mm-hmm. I like the fact-checking. The president gave his first, we don't call it a State of the Union speech when it's the first one. We call it the address to a joint session of Congress. So maybe we'll look at that. And
it's always fun. I mean, it doesn't matter who's president. You can always go back and be like, yep, he said that incorrectly. He said that. He kind of did not say the whole entire truth. That's incorrect. So it's always entertaining to see the fact-checking of every single presidential speech when they say a lot of information.
They all tell some fibs, some tall tales, if you will.
Yeah.
I think we had one president who they kind of set a record for that, but and not our current one, but none of them are completely honest. That is for sure, and I believe in holding everyone accountable. So we'll take a little break, and then we'll be back. We're going to play a song. We'll show some love to our sponsors. Kyle Heavey from Off the Mark Sports is here, and don't go away. More Unleashed coming up on this Friday afternoon. Welcome back, everybody. We are into hour number 2, a numero dos of Matt Connarton Unleashed, and we are live from the studios of WMNH 95.3 FM in glorious downtown Manchester, New Hampshire, and also on Comcast 97 if you're in Manchester. Streaming at WMNHradio.org, and you can go to mattconnarton.com for all your streaming options and social media links and all that stuff. Or if you just want to learn more about me, you can do that too. How about that? That's how I picked the domain name for the site. Anyway, hello to our friends at Raw Talk Online. It is Friday, April 30th, 2021, last day of the month. Kyle Heavey is here at the news desk.
Cheers to happy Friday, everyone.
Yes. And, of course, I want to remind you we are proudly sponsored by the Hop Knot in the Brady Sullivan at 1000 Elm Street. I wonder if anyone's enjoying the outside dining today with the terrace. I'm guessing not, because it got extremely windy, so likely everyone is inside.
From my angle, I know you don't have it as well, but it's been very entertaining to see the wind swirling the trash on Elm Street up in the air.
Yes.
We're on the 3rd floor, and to see a newspaper just flying up in the air was kind of interesting to see.
Yes.
So be careful out there, everyone. Small car advisories for sure.
Yes.
And we're dealing with what Mother Nature always sends our way here on Elm Street.
I'm just glad the sun is out, sort of, at least.
I know, exactly. It could be dark and dreary and kind of like yesterday's weather, but with more wind today.
I get drowsy when it's dark and dreary. I don't like it one bit, although we do need the rain. But
I'm curious. I mean, the information on droughts comes out every Thursday, so we're going to have to wait till next Thursday to see. But I think after yesterday's dousing of rain, I think we might be almost out of it.
Oh, good.
So I mean, I'm no meteorologist. I took it for a college course, and it was kind of interesting. But no, I'm not a big math guy. I was not about to take all the different statistics and all that classes that meteorologists have to take. So I would just be able to know enough information to get by.
I guess we're going to have to wait and see if we're in a drought tonight. Oh boy, I'm really, I don't know if you noticed this, Kyle, but I'm really good with the spontaneous song parodies.
I was thinking about the Hop Knot, how the Hop Knot needs a jingle.
Yes.
The Hop Knot, pretzels galore, coming down here. I promise it won't be a bore. Hop Knot, come on down. We'll get you a pretzel that is big and round.
Ooh, that's not bad. That's not bad.
I'll be here for another 23 minutes, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow.
Tips are approved. Yeah, I will give you my Venmo if needed. But
wow.
yeah.
You know, when I put together the ad for the Hop Knot, I wanted to use for the background music that's an old song, "Let's Go to the Hop." But then it occurred to me that that probably costs a lot of money.
Most likely.
So,
yeah.
So I didn't. I went with something a little more generic. But I got in the Tell Us More, Trudy, which really I think made the Hop Knot famous.
Very much.
Yes. But they do have delicious gourmet pretzels. They have craft beer. They have wine. As Kyle pointed out earlier, they have Yahtzee.
Yes, they do. I had a great time when I was there last week. I'm trying to think of what day it was that I was there. And man, it was just I appreciate some of the sandwiches and the Kenny, I always try to help them out as much as I can. Where I go in, I'm like, all right, what keg needs to be kicked? So I think I had Kelson that day. It was a beer that I think it's from Maine, but I could be way off. I just knew it was something local.
Yeah.
And it's a good friendship that we have over there. And I thank you for finding them and being a part of that.
Well, it was really Jenny who facilitated that because she, back when they first opened, she started going in there. And she just kind of fell in love with the place and with Kenny and Trudy, and so that's really how it all came about. But it's such a great family that owns and operates it, so we're really proud to have them as a sponsor and grateful for their support. And and all the great sponsors that we have here at WMNH, Queen City Cabinetry, our friend Mike Pelopita, who's a big supporter, and of course the OG of WMNH sponsors, CGI Business Solutions.
Business, absolutely.
They've been here from the beginning, from before I was here.
Same here.
Yeah.
I was confused when every single time before I start my show, I'd listen to the ads. I'm like, I don't even know what this is. Mm-hmm. But now I've come to know that they have a great relationship with the station, and always appreciate them keeping us alive and going because
yes,
I feel like we're only growing. We're not shrinking.
Right.
We're not going to be bought out by a big rival or anything like that, like we have to deal with across the river here. But
that's right. Yes. Well, not that we know of, we're not going to be. I mean, who knows? With all the consolidation in the radio industry, at any moment now we could find out that we've been purchased by iHeartRadio and swallowed up by the big corporate machine.
That's not. I don't want that.
I know. Well, yeah, we'd probably be kicked to the curb.
Yeah, I would say that I might be on a street corner with a sign if that comes to be. I think this corner here is a pretty busy one at Elman Bridge. So
that's the corner you would choose?
I think so.
Yeah,
it's a lot of traffic there, and I actually had a friend that lost a fantasy football bet a couple years ago. And he actually had to stand out on the corner with a sign saying, I am bad at fantasy football wearing a women's dress and heels. And it was quite hilarious to watch all the honks that he got.
Oh, wow.
Big beard, everything, and wig, female dress, and holding the sign. It was a windy day like this, so I felt a little bad. But, if you lose, you lose. You don't make those bets if you don't want a chance losing.
Did he collect any money?
I mean, his dignity was lost more than anything, man.
Sure.
He could have gotten all the money in the world, but he still had to stand out there, and he didn't shave his legs, and that was the disappointing part.
That's a mistake, I think.
I agree.
Yeah, that's a mistake. Wow. Oh, my goodness. Wow. I had and just, it's funny, it reminded me of this. Today, I was in my car, and I just had this odd moment where I saw somebody who I could swear I know on one of the corners collecting money. It was like, I think I know that guy. It was someone I hadn't seen in a long time, so I'm not sure it was him, but someone who used to play in a band here. And I'm like, is that him? I think that might be him, but I'm not sure. That's strange. And I'm probably wrong. It probably wasn't him. I hope it wasn't him. But, yeah.
Recording studios are not cheap, Matt. You got to be able to support those hours of hard work, put it in there, playing the same exact track over and over again. So
right.
I mean, I don't know if you've seen Bohemian Rhapsody, but they did a good job of trying to show how many takes it took them to finally get Bohemian Rhapsody, the song, actually figured out.
I can imagine. I haven't seen that. I understand
You
it's
have not?
excellent. I haven't seen it, no. I'm not a huge Queen fan, but I do like that kind of stuff. Even if I'm not necessarily a fan of the band, any kind of documentary like that, I'm really into. And I everything I've heard says that it's fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, I had to do a story for WMUR on Sunday about The Sound of Metal, which was up for 6 Oscars, and 2 of the makers of the movie were from here in New Hampshire. And The Sound of Metal is about a drummer in a band who starts to lose his hearing, and all that he has to go through between now is he going to get kicked out of the band? Now he's going to now have to learn sign language, and it's a unique thing to see what he goes through. And I haven't even seen it. But I had to do a story on it and talk to these people filmmakers and pretend that I had seen it, and I didn't even get a chance to see it yet I really wanted to.
Yeah.
So there's 2 movies for you musically wise that I do suggest for you.
I'd like to see that too. Was that up for an award? Was that up for an Academy Award? Did that get nominated for something?
6 of them.
Six of them.
Wow. Best Picture, Best Actor, one for Best Sound Mixing, and something else. So it's obviously big enough that, I mean, yeah, maybe it didn't win. I know Nomadland won most of the big awards on Sunday's Oscars, but it's still it put the people here from New Hampshire on the map for being able to say they were part of an Oscar-winning movie.
Yeah, no, that's great. I'd like to see that. I worry about that. I used to play in bands, and I do have tinnitus. And I don't notice it much. The only time I really notice it is if I'm in a completely quiet room. So when I lie down to go to sleep, I might notice it. But I don't know. I worry that it's going to get worse. Jenny has it. She wears hearing aids, and it that helps a lot. And I know there's a surgery that they can do, but I worry about it because years ago, and this was probably more than 20 years ago, I saw an interview with William Shatner talking about tinnitus and hearing loss. And Shatner he got tinnitus really bad, and he thinks he knows when it happened. He thinks because it was on the set of Star Trek, and there was an explosive effect, and he was too close to it, and he had terrible ringing. I think he actually lost his hearing temporarily, and then it came back. But then years later, he developed really bad tinnitus. And he said, and this has always haunted me, he said it got so bad, he actually considered suicide because the constant ringing in his head was that bad. And he met a doctor who either had innovated this surgery or just knew how to do it. But there's a surgery they can do now to alleviate that problem. And he had the surgery, and maybe they even implant something in the ears. But he had the surgery, and then he was fine. But I just that's always haunted me. So I worry about that kind of thing.
October 2001, I went up to Portland, Maine to go see Goldfinger, Real Big Fish, and a band called Mest. Mest was from Chicago. The other two,
I remember them, yeah.
Yeah, so great time at this concert. I'm from Meet You from the stage, and Goldfinger, for their encore, they allowed fans to come up on stage, and I'm between the drum set and a big amp, and that night I could tell that my hearing was not right afterwards. So I actually learned at a very young age to wear earplugs. As much as you might look funny and people can make fun of you, I'm going to have hearing for a good amount of time. And I don't miss those days the next day going to school and being like, I'm sorry, I got too much ringing. That show will always be a wonder for the memory books, not only getting on stage, but I had lost my sister's friend who was nice enough to take us up to the show. She had been either possibly something was put in her drink or she was overconsumed and got taken to the Maine Medical Center. So here I am getting out of the show super young with my best friend, and we couldn't find my sister's friend and had to become a mature adult very quickly that night to actually have to figure out, okay, I have to go to Maine Medical Center, take care of her. We were there till 7 a.m.
Wow.
And then had to drive back because she still wasn't capable of driving.
Yeah.
So got back at 9 a.m, and I'm walking in the door. My parents are like, "You're just getting home?" Like, yeah. There was a fun time. Oh, my friend's mom was so mad at her.
Yeah.
We had a great time. I'm still talking about this concert, almost 20 years later.
Yeah.
But I'm obviously not a parent who's, dealing with a 16-year-old. So
Yeah. Oh, here's a comment for you in the chat room. Eric Street, who is a top fan, says, my Facebook status the day before Super Bowl 49 was, I am no meteorologist, but I predict Gatorade showers in New England.
that's actually a fun betting game right there. What color would the Gatorade be on the celebration of the head coach?
And then if you lose that bet, you have to go wear a dress on a street corner?
That's a totally different thing.
Oh, okay.
Fantasy
right.
football is a basically 16 weeks of picking what players are going to do the best in their game.
Oh, okay.
And you put all these random players onto your team. The betting that I'm talking about is that after the Super Bowl is won and the coach is all happy, the players usually dunk Gatorade on them.
Oh.
And they get soaking wet, but what color is that Gatorade going to be? That's actually a big Vegas bet.
Oh.
And
is
yes.
it really?
Oh yeah.
No
oh,
kidding.
Yeah.
Wow.
I love the random bets. Like, will Tom Brady throw for this many yards? Will he not? What's the over under on this? What's the coin toss going to be on the Super Bowl? Heads or tails?
Yeah.
Actually, I believe tails is winning considerably. So you can take the easy, like, but it's still 50-50. But yes, Eric, you did a good job on betting that, but I believe that we lost that one. No, we won that one. Sorry. I was thinking about the next year, but sorry, there's just so many Super Bowls the Patriots have been in, and it's weird to think about which one I had to think about.
I would hate having Gatorade dumped on me. Maybe in the moment I'd be okay with it because obviously it's a celebratory thing. It means you won. But at the same time, I mean, wouldn't it be disgusting? Like, I don't even like getting caught in the rain because I don't like the way wet clothes feel when they stick to my skin. I can only imagine how gross it is to be soaked with Gatorade. Oh, my gosh.
So you did not participate in the Ice Bucket Challenge there, Matt?
No, that's crazy. I'm like a cat. I don't like to be wet. I mean, I bathe and stuff, but that's about it. Oh, boy, I'll tell you. Eesh.
Okay.
Yeah.
No cold water on Matt's head.
No,
Heard.
I would
or
not.
Gatorade.
Or Gator, especially not Gatorade. Hello to Abigail Jem, who joins us in the Facebook live chat. Abigail says, hi, folks. Hi, Kyle and Matt.
What up, Abigail?
Well, hello. If you'd like to join us, you can give us a call, 603-250-6007. It's Friday, and there is a live show after us, so don't wait until the last minute. Call us at 603-250-6007.
Oh, there's a trash bag flying in the air here on Elm Street.
Oh, jeepers.
Another one that got away.
No. You can also text us at 617-917-4476. Tweet me at Matt Connarton or send an email to Matt at mattconnerton.com. And coming up at 6 p.m., of course, will be the return of the actual Rob Azevedo doing Granite State of Mind live with apparently his co-host for the evening, Texas Mike.
Yep.
And then tonight at 7:30, Retro Spectrum Radio with Paulie C. And I have the honor and privilege of being Paul's co-host on that program, along with our friend Dan Randlett over there on the couch. Oh, speaking of couches, by the way, I don't know if you need a couch, Kyle, or a lounger, but Jenny and I are trying to get these out of our living room because we need more space, and they are free to anyone who would like them.
Describe to me said couches here, Matt. Is it a 3-cushion seat? Is it a 2-cushion seat?
I think it's 2.
What colors are we talking about? Is it microfiber? Is it leather? I mean, there's a lot of information.
They're definitely not leather, so they might be microfiber. They could use a cleaning, but they're in good condition otherwise. Like they really haven't been used much, which is part of why I want to get rid of them. Nobody sits on them. They don't have any rips or tears or anything. They're
no cushion with magazines on them or anything like that. Just want to, got to make sure that is
not that kind of a cleaning.
Okay, that's why I just like there's is it dusty? It just needs to be beat with a bat to get the dust out of it?
I think maybe beaten and vacuumed.
Beaten and vacuumed.
Yeah. No, they're in good shape. I think they're like brown or maroon or something. Yeah. We just want to get rid of them. They're free.
So they're not in your living room, or are you trying to get new furniture?
No, they are in the living room. But nobody uses them. We just want to get them out. We have other chairs. We don't need those. They just take up space. We need more space. I'd like to, I kind of use like a corner of the living room for my office. And I also want to, one of my, I don't want to say long-term plans because it's really, I want to do it soon, but I want to set up more of a, I have another show that I do that I record at home,
Yes.
but I'd like to set up more like a podcasting station so that, look, I'll just come right out and say it, Kyle. Every day I wonder if today's the day I'm going to get fired. So I want to be ready to do this at home if I need to.
Oh.
So, yeah, well,
no.
as you probably know, because I say it on the show all the time, somebody will ask me every now and then, Matt, what are your goals with this show? What are you trying to accomplish with this program? And I always say the same thing. My goal with this show is to come in here every day and spend 2 hours from 4 to 6 p.m. not getting fired. So far, so good. But, anyway, but the point is, we need to get rid of this furniture. It has to go. But we want someone to come and take it away. Miriam suggested in the Facebook live chat the other day that we could donate them to Habitat for Humanity because they come and take them. And we thought at one point Easy G might at least take the couch and he was going to show up with his great big muscles, because he is an abuser of anabolic steroids and carry them out.
I've seen the Facebook Lives in the summertime when he's wearing those cut-off sleeved shirts. That I know that he's got some strength for sure.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yes. I mean, he's got the big hulking muscles and, he gets into those barroom brawls when he loses his temper and whatnot. So anyway, so we need to get rid of those. So if you know anyone, or maybe I don't know if you need some furniture, but the only thing is you have to show up with a truck and take them. We can't bring them somewhere. So we're not looking to bring them anywhere. We're only looking to send them away.
And do you live on the second floor?
Yes.
So it's
which is part of why we just want to send them away. We don't want to bring them anywhere.
All right. Well, I got the weekend. I'll see what I can figure out for Monday for you to see how this couch gate's going.
Yeah. Well, it's not a scandal, at least not yet. I mean,
it's already almost had 2 homes and it didn't. So now it's becoming a nuisance.
Right. Well, yeah. I mean, I thought Easy G was going to take the couch, but he didn't get the apartment. So, which probably is karma.
I plead the fifth.
Yes. Well, let's see. Before we, hello to Joe Friday in the Facebook live chat who says, Happy Friday from Joe Friday. Keep up the good work, boys. Happy Friday from Joe Friday. I still don't know. There's some speculation about who Joe Friday actually is. That might not be his real name. But, we don't know the true identity of Joe Friday unless you know.
I got nothing.
No.
That's the first I've heard of him, so that's why I'm just curious what he's like on Thursday.
Yeah.
Is he anxious?
Oh, right.
That the next day is his day?
Right, yeah, that
What's
could
Saturday?
be.
Is Saturday just like, does he just get, really intoxicated on Fridays to be happy, and then Saturday he's, in the dumps?
That could be, yeah.
Because now you got to wait for a whole entire 6 days till your day comes back. I don't know.
Oh, I wanted to ask you, too. You mentioned during your... I keep forgetting about this. You mentioned during your interaction with Easy G that led to this newest terrible scandal, something about the phone?
Yes. I'm just going to leave it at that. The phone lines were left on.
Were clogged, you said.
Yeah, I didn't know what the right term was to say.
Yeah,
It's like, you're going to clog the phone lines, you're going to leave it on.
Yeah.
And so it was clogged. He couldn't call in. So
yeah.
I don't know what show was that. Could have been mine. When I guest hosted for Rob.
Yeah, the clogged line.
It could have been Greatest State of Mind that did that. I'm not sure.
Could have been. Yeah. Why, did you take calls?
It could have been that show. Could have been your show. I'm just going to leave it at that.
That wasn't my show.
I just said there was 3 different shows on that Friday. So
that's true. That's true. Joe Friday says, I am happy every day of the week, and it has nothing to do with boozing it up. I'm just loving life. You guys add to that. Thanks.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Joe Friday.
That's very sweet. That is very, very sweet. Well, before we do run out of time, we wanted to look at this PolitiFact.com fact. Mike Doyle will appreciate this.
He won a lot this morning.
What's that?
He won a lot of money on the racehorse game that Peter White had.
That's right. He was on the morning show today.
Yeah, he's got Mojo gift certificates and Mint gift certificates, and I believe Elm House of Pizza, which if you haven't been yet, even if you get some to go, I highly recommend.
Tim Baines'
Tim Baines' new establishment down there.
Yeah, everything I hear about it is really very, very positive. About the.
But yeah, so Mike Doyle. Sorry to interrupt.
Oh no, that's okay. I'm sorry. Is it Elm House of Pizza? Elm
Correct.
Street House of Pizza?
Yep.
Elm House
EHOP.
of Pizza. Okay. Oh, Miriam in the chat room says, Habitat for Humanity came to my house, went upstairs, dismantled the piece of furniture we were donating, took it downstairs, outside, and put it in their truck to take it away. All we had to do was empty it of stuff we wanted to keep. Wow. That's good to know. Jeepers.
Okay. I think we got a winner, Matt.
I think it might be Habitat for Humanity. The Double H.
Because at this point, I mean, I helped a friend move on New Year's Day, and that was, I mean, going down 3 flights of stairs to then have to bring it up a flight of stairs, yes, you always appreciate helping a friend out and, enjoy the pizza and beer afterwards. But, man, it's a long day of helping, doing the same walk back and forth, up the stairs, down the stairs, put it in the truck, up the stairs, down the stairs, put it in the truck. So if people get paid to do that for Habitat Humanity, you might be you don't have to feel bad.
We're going to go for the Double H, I think. I'll have to talk to Jenny about it, see what she thinks. But although when I think of Double H, I think of something else. This
hepatitis and herpes, the Double H.
Little classic clip there from Peter White.
I was thinking H.H. Holmes, but yeah, I'm glad you... I'm thinking about murderers. You're thinking about, issues. So, yeah, I'm glad we're on the same page in one way or another.
Right.
Issues.
Yes. So this is up on PolitiFact. We are short on time, so we'll just do this quickly, but just a few things, and maybe next week we'll do the factcheck.org. Jenny says, I think I missed something. We'll talk about it later. Factcheck.org has a more detailed thing, but just a few highlights here from the president's speech. So one of the things he said is the economy created more than 1.3 million new jobs in 100 days, more new jobs in the first 100 days than any president on record. This is basically accurate, although Biden sidestepped a grimmer statistic. The current economic level remains 6.72 million jobs below its pre-pandemic levels. I think, here, Rob is here, so I want to definitely talk to Rob about what he's got coming up. So perhaps we'll save the rest of this for next week because here we go. That's right. It's not, that camera's not on that seat. That's okay. Hey, Rob.
That's fine. How you doing, Matt?
Good.
How are you? Thank you. Kyle, how you doing?
Welcome back, sir.
Hey,
You're
thank
looking
you.
tan,
Yep.
slender.
Yep.
Great time last week, huh?
Dude, great job on the show.
Thank you very much.
I mean, I really enjoyed it. You banged it right out.
I tried
Outside
my
of the
best.
pronunciation of my last name, you did great.
Oh, I was wondering that. I actually was very curious. I was
Matt
like,
nails it all the time.
I noticed it. How do you say it?
Yeah, how do you say it?
Azevedo?
Azevedo. Yeah.
Azevedo, huh?
Oz, so it's a Z.
Yeah.
Azevedo.
I guess I pronounce, Z, Azevedo. I'm with you. It's a minor thing. It was great. You had Shaggy Dog on, man. Shagnon was great. It was a great show.
So let's get to the bottom of it now.
Azevedo.
Oh, yeah. All right.
Azevedo, yeah. Not Acevedo.
I'm going to go sit myself in the corner.
No,
I'll talk to you guys all later.
No.
I actually got to go.
Oh, do you really
yeah.
have to go?
Yeah, I
Oh,
really
okay.
have to go,
You really
so.
have to go. All right.
Thanks, Kyle.
Well, all right. Kyle Heavey from Off the Mark Sports leaves us. Thank you for sitting in, Kyle. Appreciate it. All right. Kyle is out of here. He's got to, I think he's got to go film a baseball game.
I hope the whole pronunciation thing didn't throw him off.
He might be suffering from adult onset dyslexia, and he's a little sensitive about it.
I guess. I hope not.
Well, what did you think of his impression of you?
I think he did a good job. I think he did a real good job. He brought
Yes.
a lot of the energy, and he said the tagline that I say every week at the end. The music was. I thought it was a fantastic show.
Yes.
Yeah, he did a great job. And I got Texas Mike with me tonight, sitting in the big seat.
Yep.
And we were having a guy named Tyler Osgood on, but he's under the weather today. So the one and only Grant Lampton, who plays over at the Hop Knot all the time, he is going to be sitting in here playing some tunes. And we're just going to play a lot of local radio musicians, have some fun tonight. Get back into it.
Is Grant playing at the? Is he at the?
Not tonight. He doesn't have a gig tonight.
Not at,
I'm surprised
okay.
he's not over there. Maybe they put somebody else in there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask him.
Okay. Yeah. That was a number of weeks ago. Grant called in. It was a lot of fun to talk to him.
You'd be happy to hear this. So I was down in Florida last week.
Yeah.
It's the Wild West down there, man.
Oh, I know. Rob Dion, who, of course, is part of the WMNH family as well, host of Through the Stage Door and the Entertainment Reporter on the morning show. I remember, I think it was a couple of months ago now, he went down there for business and he said what you said.
Yeah.
It was just, he said everybody just walks around like there's nothing going on.
I have to be honest. There are a lot of people wearing masks, signs up, and all of that. There is just more people out and about and in bars. The bars are packed. The beaches are packed. It is what it is.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
You know? It was gorgeous down there, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, but it must have been nice, though. I mean, obviously you're fully vaccinated,
Yes.
so that must have been a good feeling, especially if you're in a place, a state like Florida where it's been taken less seriously.
I don't think I wouldn't have gone had I not. I waited literally to get my second vaccination and then 2 weeks after to go. So
Yeah.
I felt fine.
Yeah.
I felt fine outside of the hangovers.
Did you go for business or was it a
No,
vacation?
pleasure.
or-
I haven't been on a plane since, and I'm good for like 2-3 short, long weekends a year, just traveling around. But I hadn't been away in ages, so that was fine. The flights were packed, everybody with the masks on. That wasn't an issue. So yeah, it was a pleasure just to get in the sun, see some friends.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, that's cool.
What I miss around here this week? Anything big? Anybody banned?
No, nobody.
No bannings?
Nobody that I'm aware. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, this week? Wait, yeah, of course. Stephen Conley Sr.
What happened?
Is that what you were referring to?
No.
Did you hear about it? Oh, you
No.
didn't hear about it? Oh, yeah.
No, that's why. Like, I might have to start like a 5-minute segment on Granite State of Mind that says, have Texas Mike in, somebody to bring me up to speed on all the antics this week.
So, yeah, what day was it? Was it 2 days ago? Yeah, I'm sitting here. I'm doing my show. And are you familiar with Stephen Conley Sr.?
I don't think so.
Okay. So he ran for, he's a big conspiracy theorist, sort of, and he ran for president. Republican. He was running against Trump. He was on the ballot against Trump here in New Hampshire.
Okay.
He, little kooky, I think. I've always been nice to him. Peter White's a little less, I don't think he likes him as much as I've always kind of liked Stephen, even though he's a little crazy. But he comes wandering in and in the middle of my show.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, I said to him as politely as I could, I'm in the middle of something. He just comes in. He doesn't have a mask on. And I said to him, hey, and he's got papers to hand me. Well, he always does. And I said, hey, and I had Eric on. Eric was on the phone, Easy G. So I said, Eric, hold on a second. And so I said to Stephen Conley, I said, hey, man, I'm not having any in-studio guests until May 10th. Any outside guests, because that's when I'll be considered fully vaccinated. And he made me mad. It's probably pretty interesting to listen to in the archive. He looks at me and he says something like, well, you're getting vaccinated. I'm not. I have a great immune system.
Yeah,
and
great.
I'm like, okay, well, I have asthma. So if you're not even vaccinated and you don't have any plans to, I can't have you here.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not having any outside guests until May 10th.
Yeah.
And he's giving me a hard time about it. And it's like, dude, you got to go.
And he wasn't even invited. He just walked in on the show.
He just walked in like he owned the place.
Nitwit.
So he finally leaves. But here's the thing. I wouldn't have been angry with him. I mean, yeah, you shouldn't just wander into somebody's radio show like that.
Yeah.
but I think he's a little clueless at times.
Okay.
So I would have excused that. But then as soon as I explained to him that I needed him to leave, he should have just left.
Yeah, I would say so.
You know, like the correct way for him to respond to me would have been, "Oh, I'm sorry. Well, can I just leave this and then I'll go. I'll get out of your hair."
Yeah, of
and
course.
just left.
Right.
But instead, he had to be a smart ass to me, and he's like, "Well, I have a great immune system, so I don't need a vaccine." It's like, well, I have asthma, dude. So
Yeah.
you gotta. I think I was even wearing my asthma shirt that day.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen it.
I don't know if I've seen it.
It's Jenny got it for me. It says asthma because of all the things I could be bad at. I suck at breathing.
Oh, okay.
I think I was wearing that shirt. So, yeah, so that pissed me off.
Yeah.
You know, it's like...
Sounds like he's a little entitled.
And don't get me wrong. It's not like, I mean, from a health standpoint, do I think he actually came in here and gave me COVID? No, of course not. Of course not. But it's just the disrespect he showed me when I asked him to leave.
Yeah.
And then he doesn't leave right away.
So is he banned from here for a while?
Yeah, I mean, I don't plan on inviting him. Of course, he just shows up unannounced.
He's
but
not coming tonight, is he, Texas Mike?
I don't think I don't think you'll see him. But anyway, so that's yeah. So now that you mentioned it, there was an issue this week.
I
Yes,
love it.
You
I
did,
love it.
You did miss.
I love
something.
the issues.
Yes.
I love the blowouts, the bannings, the issues, the cat fights.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway.
Anyway.
Well, so I'll begin to wrap up because you're live next.
You bet, live.
And tell us again. What you have
Grant
coming up?
Lampton will be here. Grant Lampton, the great local artist. He'll be in here playing some tunes. Texas Mike will be sitting with me at the big seat. And we are just going to spin and play some music live in studio. And we are going to spin some new tunes by Hunter, band out of Portsmouth. We will be spinning the Kenny Brothers. We will be spinning some Tyler Osgood. And we'll be doing whatever we want, Mike, right?
There you go.
Anything we want, man. And from there until 7 o'clock tonight, and then Retro Spectrum Radio.
Yes.
What's the theme tonight?
Tonight is songs with a sexual innuendo. So
Love it.
that's going to make me blush.
Sugar love.
All right.
Plenty of that.
Yes. Oh yeah. I don't know exactly what songs Paul has planned.
Can I put
but-
a suggestion?
Well, yeah.
Aerosmith, big 10-inch.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a very good suggestion.
Right.
I mentioned this the other day on the show, by the way, speaking of innuendo, and this is 100% true. I'm not saying this as a joke. I only just a couple of years ago, I was in the car and Give Me All Your Lovin', I think it's Give Me All Your Lovin' by ZZ Top came on. And there's a line in the song where he says, "If I blow my top, will you let it go to your head?" After decades of hearing that song, I finally got it.
Well, it's a decade and a day for me then, because I never got that.
Really?
Never.
But when I say it,
Now I get it.
now you get it. Yeah.
Yep.
So I've been hearing that song for what, 35 years?
Of course.
And it finally occurred to me what that meant. I was like, oh, that's dirty.
Yeah.
That's very dirty. Anyway.
Dirty.
All right, well, stick around, everybody. Rob Azevedo is next with Granted State of Mind, and Texas Mike will be with him. And then I'll be back at 7:30 with Retro Spectrum Radio with Paulie C. And if you miss any part of this program, it'll be up in just a little bit, WMNHradio.org and MattConnarton.com. And other than that, I will talk at y'all a little bit later. Bye, everybody.